ADC Online presents In Denial. The story, characters, and incidents portrayed in this production are fictitious. No identification with actual people, groups, places, buildings, and products is intended or should be inferred.
How was I supposed to know? Maybe if they papered the walls with waiting lists I'd have figured it out. I mean, it's not my fault all the buildings around Whitehall look the same. I didn't ask for the bloody neoclassical period.
Yo, what's up, Minister?
Oh, Christ. Katie, there's a person there.
I can see that.
Have I done it again? Have I gone into the wrong office again?
Oh, no, Minister, it's fine. This is yours. I presume he's yours too?
Are we still in the Department of Health? I've heard what it's like in there, you know. Once you get in, you can never get out. It's like Hotel Bloody California. One of those flying tiger shops.
Oh, he's probably just here with some important ministerial news or something, you know, about an interview or a sex scandal, that sort of thing. Or just one of your staff welcoming you on your first big day.
Did he see me? Tell me he didn't see me.
I'm afraid I did see you.
Bugger! Hello. Didn't see you there.
Ooh, maybe let's, not do a handshake, sir. It's just that, with the pandemic and stuff, it's probably best to...
No, right. Yes. Indeed. Old habits die hard, as my grandmother liked to say, whenever she voted for the other lot.
Yeah, cool. We could always just, dab or something.
Dab. Right? Yes. Katie, what's a dab?
It's just a kind of gesture of... It was cool a few years ago, I think. I suppose it means... it's a very multi-purpose form of communication.
Right. Well, we could do that, or, alternatively, we could just not. Maybe we'll just go for a wave, yeah?
Sure, cool, whatever. You're the boss.
Yeah, just a friendly sort of wave there. There we go. Lovely wave. That'll do. Katie, could you just make a note of that, just about the wave?
The wave?
Yeah, the wave, just so... Just for me, I need to practice it later.
You want to practice waving, Minister?
Yeah, just in case I have to, just in front of actual people. Oh, never mind. Anyway, hello, I'm Graham. Well, the Right Honourable Graham Barnett MP, actually, but, don't go around telling people that. What can I do for you? Or, why are you actually here? Is it a school tour or something? Not much of interest here, I'm afraid, but the Department of Health is just next door. I hear they're pretty underfunded right now, so that should be exciting.
I'm Leon Preston, sir. I'm the new special advisor to the secretary and stuff. I'm pretty sure you hired me.
Excuse me for just a sec while I consult my records. Katie?
Oh, you did appoint him Minister. Yes, last Thursday evening. You said... Go with Preston, definitely Preston. It looks good to have a teenager in the climate department since they're the ones who started all this fuss.
Miss Campbell here is, of course, paraphrasing. The pace of business is very fast here in government, so sometimes things get misquoted, but...
Actually, you wrote that down yourself, Minister. I remember you were very proud of it and said you wanted to get it right.
I was, of course, paraphrasing there. You see... The pace of business is very fast here in government, so sometimes...
No hard feelings, sir. It's cool, it's chill.
Yes, and there's no need to call me sir. Graham will do fine. We're just the government, We're not fucking Eton. Actually, Katie, that's really good. Could you write that down?
I'm not sure if...
No, do. It's great.
Eton, was it, Minister?
Fucking Eton. Yeah.
Fucking Eton.
It's important to speak your mind around here, Dion,
It's Leon, actually.
Yes, we like to keep things pretty liberal here in the fucking department. Not the fucking department, no, God, no. That's on a different street altogether, but yes, yeah, here in our department, it's all exceedingly chill, bro. No language is too, fucking strong, is it, you big penis?
Should I write that down too, or...?
No, thanks.
Graham, what time do you call this?
Ah, Helen, great! You've no idea how glad I am to see you right now.
I'm sure I can imagine.
No, I really think you can't.
What's Ron Weasley doing here?
Oh, wonderful. You don't know either.
Leon Preston, madam, special advisor to El Ministro. As bad as we in the business like to call it, eh, Big G? Can I call you Big G?
Well, I mean...
Sweet. We're mates, he just doesn't know it yet.
So you're the PR hire then?
The what?
Katie told me. You'll make the department look relatable. It's a very important position. Congratulations. You're at Cambridge, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Trinity?
Downing.
Thank God. I never heard of that one, so you should be fine. Are we paying you?
Obscenely, yeah.
You'd better be right about this one, Graham. Young man, are you comfortable in front of a camera?
Am I comfortable in front of a camera? When am I, like, not comfortable in front of a camera, you know? Unless it's, like, some kind of sexy thing. I don't... I mean, that was just one summer job, so I know it was on the CV, but really...
That's no problem. I can guarantee you'll never be required for sexy things.
Nice one. Wait, never, ever?
Basically, the main thing is to get you in every possible media shot with the minister, so just any speeches, card trips to any interviews, that sort of thing. You don't have to say anything. In fact, you really shouldn't. And if you've got any acne, please do what you can to make it worse, okay? So basically, you've got a pretty full schedule for the week, Minister.
Oh, God. Couldn't they have started off easy? I skipped a bowl of Cocoa Pops this morning just to get here on time. And even that went wrong. Life is bloody well hard enough as it is.
Well, essentially, the main policy checkpoints are the internal report on Thursday and then the announcements on Friday afternoon. Your PA should have all of that in detail. Speaking of PAs, are you keeping Katie, by the way? We can get you a new one. It'll just mean a few less SEN teachers for the education department or something.
What? No, Katie's staying. She's staying.
Oh, no, it's fine. I don't mind. I can go if you think... I mean, I'm actually working on a short story collection right now, and...
No, Katie, it's all right. To hell with the short story collection. You're staying. I don't want anyone else, Helen. I just want Katie, please. Just Katie. She's bloody good, and I can't work without her.
Thanks, Minister.
Also, could you please get me a coffee, Katie?
No time, I'm afraid. We simply must get down to business. How are the papers?
Dismal.
Hilarious.
Oh, why the mirror? Minister, remember what we decided about the mirror?
I couldn't walk past the thing. They used that photo with the plastic straws again, and then they misidentified me on the front page.
But it says Graham Barnett.
But yes, Graham Barnett, newly appointed Minister for Climate Change. They make it sound like I'm bloody causing it.
Lol.
I'm not the Minister for Climate Change. I'm the Minister for Climate Change Action, Energy Strategy and the Environment. Can't be that hard to remember.
It's a bit of a mouthful.
It's got a ring to it.
I thought the last two were the other way around. Environment, strategy and energy, no?
No. Yes, what? Bugger.
They couldn't write all that on there anyway. They'd never fitted around the plastic straw picture.
I honestly don't think it really matters that much, Minister. I didn't notice it, and besides, the Times and the Telegraph are much more, positive.
Really?
Well, no, but you haven't seen them yet, so I thought it was worth a shot.
From what I've heard, the Mail's the best of all.
Why? What does it say about me?
Bugger all.
Look, there's no point getting distracted. It's still your first day. No one's expecting miracles.
Oh, that implies someone will be expecting miracles eventually.
What's more, most of the media's attention is on the inquiry anyway.
Is this the Lord COVID inquiry?
The Lord Coveney inquiry, yes.
Is that out today?
Wicked. I've got 20 quid on it being like a total train wreck for the PM. You didn't hear me say that, by the way.
Look, I'll read it here. Lord Coveney's report on the findings of his inquiry into the role and ethics of Her Majesty's government during the COVID-19 pandemic is expected to be published later today and will no doubt trigger a heated debate in the Commons if, as is expected, it is condemnatory to the PM's actions and handling of the crisis.
Is that the front page? Well, where's the article about me?
Continued on page 10.
Fantastic. I don't exist. You know, For a moment there, I was at risk of starting to think I actually mattered.
You were kind of like damp squid, really.
I think the phrase is damp squib.
It's totally damp squid, trust me. Where'd you get squids? From the sea. Where's like the dampest place on Earth? Logic. Boom.
Go for climate change, Graham, they said. Climate change is a hot topic, they said.
Literally speaking, they're not wrong.
Should have gone for health, then I'd be right at the centre of this whole thing. Debates, interviews, memes, fan fiction. I'd have a bit of bloody presence for once.
They were never going to switch health secretaries, remember? The Prime Minister said he needed to keep the incumbent there so he'd have someone well known to sack when the inquiry report comes out. Maybe they gave you the climate department because they needed a strong start with a strong new government programme, with a strong, with a person to lead it capably and make a first impression that's...
Unbelievable?
Unrepeatable.
unique. A unique first impression. That's why they launched this department on the day of the inquiry report, because...
Because they need a distraction. Yes, I'm the distraction, the red herring in the aquarium of crap. Cheers, Katie. I feel about as relevant as a Polaroid, and frankly just as shaken.
What's a Polaroid?
Graham, the fact is you're basically not going to get an article about yourself on the front page of any newspaper until you do something meaningful, something illegal, or get yourself murdered. I think you're capable of making any one of those things happen, and it might just be a matter of time before you manage all three. But in my limited experience, the first tends to be the best approach, the second is a waste of time, and the third just looks like cheating. I don't really care which option you take, but the word from on high is that you need to make a media entrance ASAP.
But I've just arrived. I mean, I haven't even had my coffee yet.
Do you have Twitter? Cosmo wants Twitter, and on your first day as minister, I'd recommend doing what the Downing Street Chief Press Secretary wants.
Cosmo Foster.
How many Downing Street Chief Press Secretaries called Cosmo do you know?
I didn't think he knew who I was.
He doesn't really, and if I were you, I'd try to keep it that way.
I'd ask whether you've ever actually, met him, but the fact that you're standing here at all kind of answers that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've met him.
Christ.
So sorry.
Yeet.
Calm down, children. He's a perfectly agreeable man, unless you do something to irritate him. Now, do you or do you not have a Twitter? Yes or no?
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes is not yes.
Well, technically it is.
Whoa, mate, you should be a politician.
The minister does have a Twitter account, but is discreet in his use of it.
I've, literally never seen a single tweet from him.
He's very discreet.
Actually, I did try tweeting a tweet or two this morning, I'll have you know.
You... Really?
Not my best work, but still wanted to get stuck in while I was, getting stuck in the Department of Health.
You sent tweets yourself? All 280 characters?
Yes, all 280 of them. It's quite a surprising level of literacy, I know, but it's not quite Paradise Lost. I think I managed pretty well.
What kind of tweets?
Just some introductory kind of tweets.
This is my official Twitter, glad to serve the people of the country as minister. That sort of thing?
Yes, that sort of thing, yes.
That sort of thing, or that thing exactly?
It was exactly that sort of thing. Hang on, I've got them here somewhere. Let's see.
Remember, you're basically trying to connect with the youth with all this Twitter business.
Yeah, no, got that. Tried to work that in.
Because the youth are basically the reason you've got your job. The fact is, this department would not exist without them. You're not into veganism by any chance, are you?
No, I'm afraid not. He's avoided all of the isms, you see, since that time he declared himself a sexist to support the Sex Education Act in the Commons.
Pity about the veganism. His popularity would have skyrocketed.
Got it! I got it. Tried to keep it hip and radical and so on, so it might not be the Graham Barnett you know and love, but I think it's exactly what we need right now. Here it goes. What's up, peeps? Right Honourable Graham Barnett MP here, etc., etc. Oh, on to the second tweet. Dropping some sick environmental policy before, and that's with a number 4, before very long. Peace out, homies. Hashtag me too. What do you think?
Please never have children.
Any more of that sort of thing and he'll never get the chance.
Is that it?
Well, I also retweeted something, so I've got something called Greta Thunberg Angry Speech Compilation number 4 from the Huffington Post. Seemed pretty legit. So, and yes, some journalists from places talking about stuff, climate stuff, you know, Earth and all that.
Right, okay, should be fine. Yes, just the first few tweets should be fine. Plenty of time to, bury that. We'll get you a person, don't worry.
A person? Why would I need...
Yes, a person to basically just write your tweets, essentially. I'll talk to someone about that. Katie, could you talk to someone about that?
Okay, yes, sure. Minister, I think, and this is just a suggestion, I wonder if in future you could possibly strike a chord with young people through the ideas themselves, rather than, for example, the expression.
Ah! I like it. So focus on youth climate concerns, but write about those concerns with the gravity and the political language of actual concerns.
Well, sort of. Yes, but also in another way, not quite.
And rather than sort of getting down to their level or talking down to them, I should treat them like they're...
Adults.
Like they're people. Yes, got it.
How many followers do you have?
Well, how long is a piece of string? Ha ha! 12.
1,000?
No, just 12. Aha! I was wrong. 13. It's 13 now.
That last one was me.
Damn.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Graham, you said you retweeted some journalists, yeah?
Yeah, so?
This one ain't exactly a journalist, mate.
Oh dear.
Leon, what was that about a journalist?
Who is it, Minister?
It starts with a C and ends with a P45. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Cosmo.
Mental, he's seen it too.
Seen what?
Katie, now would be an excellent time for that coffee.
Couldn't agree more.
How does he know my number? Even I don't know my number.
If you don't answer it, I'm telling the PM.
Okay, I'm doing it. Yo. Hey, hi. Hello. Good morning. Yes, this is the Minister for Climate Change, Action, Energy Strategy and... okay, never mind. Ah, of course. Cosmo! My good friend, my old pal, Cosmo. No, we've never met. Just trying to break the ice. I mean, I am the Minister for Climate Change after all. What do you mean for now? Yes, good, very funny. You really had me there. Oh, I see. Serious, but not that serious. Right. Sorry, just to backtrack a bit, just a teeny little bit, and sorry to labour the point, Cosmo, but just out of curiosity, what precise level of seriousness are we talking about here? Well, on a scale of Ed Miliband's sandwich to Jeremy Thorpe, what level of seriousness roughly? Yes, absolutely. Always up for a chat. Your place or mine? Jesus!
Hello, Cosmo. Fancy seeing you here.
I don't believe we've met. Leon Preston, sir. I'm the minister's...
I wasn't told we had a new face in the department. What's Napoleon Dynamite doing here?
That's Louis. I hired him, I'm afraid.
Actually, no, it's not. It's Leon.
I know it's hard to believe, but I'm actually standing right here. You can stop talking into the phone now, Graham.
Yes. No, of course. Silly me. Phones, am I right? Who needs them?
Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, I'm the new, special advisor.
Welcome aboard. I suggest you put your affairs in order. Congratulations, Graham. He looks very special. So, Graham, my man, Big G. Can I call you Big G?
Well...
Bellissimo. Well, oui, toi et moi, need to have a bit of a chin wag, yeah? A little natter.
No problemo, 'cause... Amo? Guys, Cosmo and me need to have a bit of a chin wag, a bit of a natter, so would you be able to leave us to it for
No
a few...
need, Graham, no need. They can stay. You can stay, guys. Make yourselves comfortable. You might learn something. Is that coffee
Yeah.
for me?
Sure, why not? It is now, mate.
Cheers. You're too kind, Graham.
I know. It's a problem.
All right. Graham.
That's my name.
You're here about the tweet, aren't you?
Ah, an intellectual. How long have you known?
Oh, just now. I just saw it. It wasn't me, swear to God.
What tweet, Graham? I mean, Minister, what tweet?
Preston, do you want to do the honours?
Now, I think you should fire away.
Sorry. Fire away.
Graham, you've been tweeting like there's no tomorrow, which, I suppose, depending on how this goes for you, is a very real possibility.
Well, you know me. I'm a seasoned tweeter. Could do it with my eyes closed, in fact.
Did you?
What? God, no, I couldn't live with the spelling mistakes.
Right, yes, well, maybe if I were to put it more directly. Am I to understand then, Graham, am I to understand, Big G, that you were fully conscious of everything you were tweeting, yeah?
Well, I would have thought so.
Because that would make sense, wouldn't it? Spanking new minister, bright, young thing. Well, bright-ish, young-ish, and minister-ish. He'd make damn sure to be totally aware of anything tweeted in his name, wouldn't he? Because that's just sort of common sense, isn't it?
Common sense. Yes, love common sense. It's just the best kind of sense.
Great. That's really great. Unfortunately, we may have a bit of a whoopsie-daisy on our hands, yeah? Because one of your tweets, well, it just wasn't quite hunky-dory, you know what I mean?
I see. But I gather it's not that bad.
Ooh, I'm going to be honest, Graham. It's neither particularly hunky, nor even all that dory, I'm afraid.
Right. But that still doesn't mean it's bad.
Graham, look at me, okay? Look at me. You haven't killed someone, all right? That's a great start, believe me. I've seen worse. A+, gold star. You haven't declared that Weinstein is your style icon. Said you like bounty bars. You've done so much right. It just so happens that you've also done so much wrong.
God. Have I had an Ed Balls moment? Oh, please don't let it be an Ed Balls moment. I've had nightmares about balls, you know.
Miriam Carr.
What?
Miriam Carr.
Oh, no, he didn't. Did he?
He did.
You're shitting me. Please, Cosmo, tell me right now that I am at this very moment being shat.
Right here, 9:04 a.m. from his own Twitter account, at Real Graham Barnett. By the way, why is it Real Graham Barnett?
Identity theft.
Of all the identities that might be, useful to steal, Graham Barnett MP's not one that springs to mind.
Anyway, 9:04 a.m. at Real Graham Barnett. The Minister, ladies and gentlemen, the Minister for Climate Change Action retweets an article from the online news website Fact Feed International entitled "A Breath of Fresh Air, Climate Change Exposed," written by none other than Miriam Carr, notorious freelance journalist and media personality, committed conspiracy theorist, and lifelong denier of climate change.
Right. Okay. And I presume that's the whoopsie-daisy you were talking about.
Did I say whoops-a-daisy? Oops, sorry, my bad. Naughty Cosmo. I meant total bloody disaster.
With all due respect, Graham, from one intellectual to another, yeah? What on earth were you thinking?
With no respect whatsoever due to the minister, I don't think he was thinking at all.
Miss Carr also believes Kamala Harris did 9/11 and maintains COVID was made in a Chinese lab by the Communist Party's top microbiologist and Jewish space lizard, Jeremy Corbyn. So, you know, she has her moments.
Look, I had no idea who she was before now. If I had known that, I definitely wouldn't have posted it without having a look at a paragraph or two.
You did what?
Well, what I meant to say was that I should have scrolled a little slower.
I see, I see. Well, that makes it all okay then, doesn't it? Just a big old misunderstanding.
What was I supposed to do? Check if her byline said Miriam Carr, occasional columnist and full-time maniac?
No, hang on. Graham, I've got a better idea. Bit of a radical concept, I know. Maybe it's just a step too far for someone of your abilities. But just throwing it out there. How about reading the article before you retweet it, yeah? How about that?
I wanted to make a head start and do something useful. There was a lot going on. I didn't have a lot of time.
Excuse me, Graham. I think I might be going slightly deaf from the high volume of stupidity in this office right now. But I think I might have missed a bit of what you were saying. Because what I've just heard is that you felt obliged to make a hasty decision to retweet some news article about climate change so contrary to all rational judgment, and in spite of an online news world containing, for example, The Times, The Telegraph, The Independent, The Guardian, The Mail, even The Sun, excuse my French, in spite of all those potential sources of reasonably competent articles, you instead went for the far-right alternative, hack journalistic fact feed international. Now, since that is either impossible or impossibly dim, please enlighten me. What have I missed?
I needed something relatable, all right? I had to be cool and hip, and so I couldn't exactly go for mainstream news outlets, could I? I mean, Helen knows. Helen told me I had to connect with the youth, the little gits.
Those were not my words. I would never publicly call them little gits. The little gits.
Okay.
Cosmo.
Give him a minute. He's, recharging.
Like a Death Star.
Cosmo, I don't mean to hurry you, but what am I going to do?
Well, Graham, what are you going to do?
No, that's not... You don't answer my question with the same question. That defeats the whole point.
If I were you, and I'm not, thank God, but if, tragically, I were, well, I'd reckon I should delete that offending tweet right now, shouldn't I?
Right, okay. You see, the thing is, I suppose finding it a little bit hard to figure out what's a trick question and what isn't, because the way you say that, it makes me think...
delete the bloody tweet, Graham.
But it's there! I've tweeted it, okay? It's been twat. It can't be untwat. I mean, surely it would just look a bit...
What? Responsible?
Suspicious.
And the Minister for Climate Change Action denying climate change from his official account is not suspicious at all.
All I'm saying is deleting a tweet draws even more attention to the tweet being deleted. I can't just pretend it didn't happen. People will ask questions. I don't like questions, okay? Because you usually have to, answer them.
Then apologize. Say you posted an article without knowing what it was about.
I can't do that. It makes me look like an idiot.
I think that still counts as an improvement on your current image. Just get it done, Graham. Yeah? For me. Do it for me.
Fine. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Excellent. Great idea. So inspired. You, Melhouse, advise him. Especially. Right, mustache, I've got a 10:30 in transport with a junior minister I need to disembowel. Slowly, and probably in public.
Literally or figuratively?
Depends on what mood I'm in. And how recently they've scrubbed their floors. Good talk, everyone. Good talk. Must do it again sometime. Graham, you're the best. Just don't do anything like that again. or I'm afraid that filing cabinet will be going up your ass, okay? All of it, alphabetically. Have a fantastic day.
Nice man.
Empathetic.
Quite decent, really, all things considered.
Very well spoken.
He'd probably write good stories.
Metaphorical and all that.
Very metaphorical.
Yeah, that one about the filing cabinet, that was deep.
You think that was metaphorical?
Bloody hope so.
He hasn't actually done anything like that before, has he?
No. Nothing confirmed. No.
Guys, I've deleted the tweet. Now I'm trying to figure out the whole apology thing. It's just really difficult to convey human emotion with this character limit. So it's not much. I've kept it quite modest and relatable, but still.
What have you got so far?
Esteemed citizens of the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
Stop.
What? It was just getting really good. I used unreservedly twice. That's just the first subsection.
Okay, I think we should try, filming it instead, yeah? Are you with me? Much more, natural and very... You know what I mean?
Ah, yes. Very. All of that. Yes. Classic. Very good.
Leon, are you sure about all this?
It'll be fine, okay? It's all chill. It'll look very personal, very, direct.
Maybe we should, script it first.
Why bother? We want to see some natural charisma. The real Graham Barnett.
Yes, the real Graham Barnett. That's exactly why I think we really ought to script it first.
No, Katie. In this case, I think Leroy is right. I need to appear humble and down to earth.
Salt of the earth.
Yeah, salty.
Anyway, shall I film it then, or do we want to just maybe rehearse it a few times, just so the inevitable slip-up is possibly a little bit more evitable?
We'll just go for it. Improv, yeah? That okay with you, Graham?
How about...
Lit. Katie, you can be our Madam Cinematographer. Keep that camera steady as a HS2 cost curve. We're looking for the formality of a royal wedding, married with the panache of a Wes Anderson film and all the rewatchability of a Kardashian sex tape. Nothing says politics better than that. Helen, can you just sort of snap that folder together, open it and snap it shut like that, like a clapperboard? What's in this?
Outlines and drafts of white papers for the first year of climate change action policy.
So not much. Ideal. Okay, quiet on set, dudes. Graham, how about we get you sort of leaning against the cabinet, yeah? Hands in pockets, maybe? Katie, can we do it in black and white, perhaps from a low angle?
No, hang on. This is a senior government apology, not a Calvin Klein commercial.
Why not both? Apology in underwear, synthesised, it's revolutionary. Each one in its own way is about keeping crap out of sight. I don't see what the problem is here.
I think I'm looking at it.
Hey, cinema's an art form, Graham, okay? We're artistes. Don't forget that, okay? It's bloody French. So I don't want to hear the word no. There is no no in this aesthetic space, okay? This creative zone.
I don't want to look too out of touch, but perhaps there's something to be said for just sticking to the long-established convention of calling it an office.
Did you just assume my aesthetic space?
Camera rolling in 3, 2, 1.
Dear all, I'm speaking to you from my aesthetic space, or some might prefer to call it my office, but we like to be quite liberal and forward-thinking in our architectonic terminology, and in fact, everything else that we do here in the department. Which is why I was so appalled, concerned, and indeed appalled by the concerning and appalling article I found on my official Twitter account this morning, due in large part to the fact that I had, in a manner of speaking, retweeted it. It was an article by a freelance journalist alleging that the phenomenon of global warming does not exist. The offending tweet has since been removed, but by seeing such an article on an official departmental account at all, Some people may have erroneously been left with the misleading impression that climate change denial was the authoritative position of the said department and of the government. I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely and unreservedly apologise for a moment of reckless judgment, and unreservedly reassure you that I am personally ensuring that those responsible will never make such a serious error again. For the avoidance of doubt, and I actually want to be completely clear about this, I would also like to reiterate that the official position of the government on global warming, and make no mistake about this, the official government position is that, as in all cases, we are only guided by the truest of scientific facts, insofar as they testify to what several in the scientific community would call the unanimous consensus on the proven and even probable existence of a phenomenon whose features align with what we have popularly come to know as climate change. And that's a fact. So I hope that conclusively clears everything up. Thank you. Best regards. Bye.
You know, I really didn't think you had it in you
Cheers, mate.
to turn this into even more of a disaster than it already was.
So you were going for constructive criticism, I see.
I'll send it to you now, Minister, so you can upload it. What's your number?
You could just email it. It might save some time.
Oh yes, of course. Silly email.
No,
yes,
it's
got
no
it right
problem.
here.
Text also
Just
works.
completely forgot.
Oh, it's really
Just
no
attaching it
trouble.
now.
Might be handy in the future for just emergencies or traffic jams or
It's
something.
done.
If I gave
I've
you
done
the
it.
number now.
It's sent. It is fine.
Right. Okay. Then that's fine.
Yes, no problem. It's all fine.
Great. No problem. Yes.
Yes. Anyway, I thought the apology was very attention-grabbing.
Thanks, Katie. That's too kind of you.
Yes, it is rather too kind. Graham, I have been working around politicians for so long that I remember a time when Tony Blair seemed like a good idea. I've seen many ministers say rather a lot, but rather badly. I've seen many more ministers say very little, but very well. But I don't think I've ever seen anyone say so little, so badly as you just did.
So, in a way, you could say it was quite a standout performance.
You started with dear all, ended with best regards, and I don't think I saw you blink once. I've sent emails furloughing people which were comparatively erotic. I'm sure it was very sincere and emotional for you, Graham, just on some level that regular human senses can't penetrate.
Like watching a Dalek trying to do phone sex. Just not as charismatic.
Well, I thought the apology was, potentially very deep. And if nobody gets it, then that's just because they're too used to, shallower people than you. Maybe.
Finally, someone with taste.
Doesn't matter. It'll have to do. The fact is there are bigger fish to fry than Miriam Carr. We do have a department to run, you know, just in case anyone assumed it just sort of happened, like puberty.
Yeah, or communism. Listen, Big G, can I just ask, yeah, how did you end up with that psycho on your Twitter feed? Fact Feed International, I mean, really?
I have the word fact in the title, so forgive me for not immediately assuming it was a lie.
Graham, every fact is a lie in the world of politics, right? That's like... well, that's not a fact, which means it's true and I'm right. So, was Miriam Carr always one of your favourites, or did you just Google alternative news sources popular with the youth?
How did you know?
Mate, I'm your special advisor, right? I'm your SPAD. I'm like an extension of your brain.
Like a tumour.
It's my job to know things, okay? I have to know what you're going to think before you think it.
All right. What am I thinking right now?
It doesn't work like that.
No, come on, let's go. What am I thinking?
You'd like to ask Casey for a drink.
What? You... No,
God.
no, not at all. That's not appropriate or correct. Neither correct nor appropriate. Incorrect first, inappropriate
It
second.
probably just means about the coffee.
Nah, it was a date. I was getting definite date vibes. Full-on Greek restaurant, trust me.
Well, your vibe detector must be a bit off today, Lewis.
A vibrator, technically? That's what I call it. Because it rates the vibes that I'm picking up, you see?
Helen, is a special advisor supposed to write my speeches?
Traditionally, they help out, but I'm sure there are exceptions.
Good to know. Katie, any chance of that coffee now?
Yes, Minister, absolutely. No problem.
Oh, and Katie, can you please check with the... Helen, have we got media people? Like a media office or a media bloke or something?
Probably. But that would be telling.
All right. Katie, find the media people and find out what's wafting around online about the apology and well, just about me, generally.
Yes, Minister, will do.
Please check on the Lord Coveney report as well, just in case any breadcrumbs are beginning to drop about it. We need to know what to expect.
Yes, Miss Griffiths.
Do you reckon it will be really nasty, this report?
Lord Justice Coveney has a certain reputation for being a terribly strong believer in accountability.
Yes, but I mean, everyone says they believe in accountability. It's like saying you believe the Welsh Parliament can do stuff. It's a politically astute thing to say, but we all know deep down it's just a bit of a humorous idea.
What Welsh Parliament?
Well, all I'm saying is we may want to reconsider just how humorous it is when we see the report.
You actually think it's going to be bad?
Get in! Brian better have that 20 quid ready. Looks like someone will be getting their limited edition hardback Dothraki dictionary tonight, and it is not gonna be you, Brian.
Look, I'm essentially just trying to be realistic and not count any chickens, and basically that's all I'm essentially going to say about it.
All right, but if you simply had to make an informed guess about some chickens, if you had no choice but to take a long, hard look at the old inquisitorial eggs...
I've said everything I'm going to say, Graham, and that's the end of it. Okay, I think it's going to be harsh. Harsh but fair. Survivable with a lot of promises and a few resignations and a good deal of difficult conversations with Andrew Neil. There. Happy?
I think I preferred it when you weren't counting the chickens, actually.
Well, if you want to survive a crisis, then you need to have something else going on that isn't a crisis, so that when the real crisis hits, which it always will, you can point to the non-crisis and say, look, this is what we're doing. See how cool and uncrisisy it looks.
I presume you're talking about policy.
I'm always talking policy, Graham. I live and I breathe policy. If I ever have a child, I'm going to name it Policy.
So that it'll have great prospects but never achieve anything. Bit harsh.
Oh, come on, everyone. Let's get serious. Our department may have a silly name, but we're not the Excretion Rebellion.
Extinction Rebellion.
Extinction Rebellion. Even sillier. Remember, people, there is nothing frivolous about the department for making global warming go away. So how can we do that before the Lord COVID report this afternoon?
Loving the enthusiasm, Graham. Shall I put us down for curing cancer over lunch as well?
Fine, just tell us what we actually can do.
Theoretically, not much.
Practically?
Even less. The fact is, this is not a good time. We've mostly suppressed a pandemic, and we've entirely suppressed the economy. The public simply is not in the mood for caring about the environment.
Looks like the feeling is mutual.
Fortunately, I've taken the liberty of preparing a number of draft policies based on extensive early research and focus group sessions over the last 6 months.
Whoa. We don't want stuff written down. That's like so not the kind of department we're going for here.
Oh, okay. How do you want it? Slam poetry? Alphabety spaghetti? Spilled out in oil slicks on the Gulf of Mexico, perhaps?
We want spontaneity, and we want, like, action, research, and, words and stuff. They're for people who like finding problems. People who are too cautious to have any, vision. Know what I mean? One of the best ways to not do something is to think about it. Like, I had this mate in college, right? Lovely guy, real classy conversationalist, six-pack, total legend, proper big deal. But anyway, he could not stop thinking about asking this one girl out.
Let me guess, he never asked her out.
Bingo, I never did. Sorry, I mean he never did. My friend never asked her out, my friend with the six-pack. Yeah.
Charming. So what you're really telling me is that you want us to think on our feet to come up with some more interesting ideas?
Well, essentially, in a nutsack, yes.
I see. So, climate change.
It's bad.
Great. Okay, it's bad. Now we're getting places. Thanks a lot. I'm sure we're already decades ahead of the research with that novel idea.
Basically, you need to be targeting carbon emissions.
Damn. I took the tube to work today. Is that bad? What if someone paparazzi'd me?
Quite frankly, they've got better articles to write about you at the moment.
I changed the tubes. I got on 2 tubes to get here, but as soon as I stepped off the second one, I realised I didn't need to do that, did I? I could have gone the whole way on the Northern Line. Oh, bugger!
Stop thinking about small things. We want something big, national scale. We want impact, impact, impact.
Okay. Can we ban something? I've always wanted to ban something. They've done all the best ones, though, like smoking and Edward Snowden. Maybe we could just ban global warming?
For the sake of your dignity, your career, and your immediate personal safety, I hope that's a very bad joke.
I know, but it sounds bloody great, though, doesn't it?
In your defence, it's never been tried.
What if, everywhere there's a tall statue of a racist, we turn it into a wind turbine instead? Loads of university students would happily do it for free. It'd be very cost-effective.
How about hydropower generated from public urinals?
Oh, now you're just taking the piss.
Okay, mandatory cremation, but we divert all energy produced in furnaces to the national grid.
I'm not sure everyone would be overly happy about ending up that way when they've passed on.
Well, if they're being that annoying about it, why wait till they're dead?
What's the cost of a nuclear power station?
Are you talking construction, lawsuits, or funerals?
Oh, come on, let's just think about it. No one will have any problem as long as we put it somewhere that's already ugly and dangerous. Like Birmingham.
Oxford.
Exactly. Subsidise it through public revenue, and if they want to change their habits to avoid paying for it, then all the better for the environment.
You mean carbon taxes?
Yes, carbon taxes. Is there a problem with that? You make it sound like I've just suggested replacing all the taxis with state-funded unicorns or something.
Yeah, Helen, he's crazy, but he's not Labour.
All I'll say is that I think any new tax at this precise moment would be rather poor judgment.
What if we raised carbon taxes but didn't call them carbon taxes?
And what do you propose instead? The totally not a carbon tax?
Anyone got some synonyms for tax?
Charge?
No, that sounds like we're enforcing it.
But we are enforcing it.
I know, but we should enforce it without making it sound like we're enforcing it.
Contribution.
Great. The citizens' future contribution, a global well-being contribution, maybe.
Or global goodness?
The future Earth contribution?
How about the future citizens' global goodness, Earth well-being contribution?
That's poetry, mate.
Yes. Poetry in the sense that it sounds complicated and doesn't mean anything.
Precisely. It's perfect.
The FCGGEWC. No big deal, Helen.
Indeed. It's just the FCGGEWC. Simple.
Really rolls off the tongue.
Yes, no, anyway, it's not happening.
Oh, you're right. It's awful. It's verbose, it's dishonest, it's alliterative. It's everything I came into politics to change. Look, could we at least commit to something? That's all the UN ever does. It just commits to stuff, and the UN's never controversial.
I'll be committing something very soon if we don't sort this out.
A commitment has the same sort of energy as a promise, doesn't it? But it's a different word, so people think it's less breakable.
Well, yes, but I wasn't thinking...
And so if we set like an impossibly optimistic goal and an unachievably brief timescale, but leave it just long enough that we get out of here with all the credit and leave it to the next lot to sort out the mess in time, we should be fine.
I prefer to see it as a sort of generous head start on future policy development, you know, a brotherly laying of foundations for bigger and better things. A gift for the incoming lot, if you like those chocolates they leave on your pillow at the sort of hotels you can only get into by misappropriating parliamentary expenses. There's no need for you to make it so Machiavellian.
What? It's great. I love Machiavelli. Have you read his Divine Comedy?
There's a problem.
What?
There's a problem. Sorry, I mean, I should have knocked, but yes, there's, also, I've got your coffee, Minister. It's just that the thing is, well, it's not very hard to sort of, basically, it's been leaked and it's not looking good.
It's been leaked.
My coffee?
The report. The Lord Coveney report from the inquiry. It's out. The Times got it.
Oh, sick.
Oh, I think I will be.
Yes, it's quite... Yes. Also, and the loos are out of order on the second floor, so, I mean, I thought I should get all the bad news out of the way first.
The report, is it better or worse than we expected?
Well, it's not very complimentary about... about everyone, particularly the PM, and something about collective irresponsibility, and someone said the word negligent appeared 314 times.
Savage.
Bloody hell.
Keith in the press office said there are really tough questions being asked of the Prime Minister, and, well, that he's heard some commentators call it, cabinet ending.
Oh, Brian's gonna love this. I've got to call him.
Did you say cabinet ending?
Helen? Am I in the cabinet?
Brian? Yeah, it's me. Oh, mate, you have been pwned.
Those were his words. His words. Keith in the press officer's words. That's all I know, really.
Cabinet ending, Brian. I said cabinet ending. No, that's not an official government statement. Me saying that is not an official government... Are you writing this down?
Who is this Keith in the press office?
I don't know, but he had 4 computer screens and he was wearing glasses and people were asking him things.
For 20 quid, Brian. Give me my 20 quid, you get? Sorry, guys. I think we'll take this phone call outside. Brian's being unprofessional.
Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ!
I don't think he's coming, and if he was, I doubt he'd be on our side.
I'm going to the press office. Graham, I'll be at the press office. Has the PM seen it yet?
I believe he went home early to fit an affair in before tea time, so no one's told him yet.
More importantly, does Cosmo know?
Cosmo, no.
Jesus Christ, you've got to stop doing that!
Sorry, have to take this. Foster here. Oh, really? Farnaby? Well, do me a favour and tell Farnaby from me that he'll be leaking more than inquiry reports this afternoon. You could paint a bloody bust with what I'll be squeezing out of him and give my very best wishes to his wife. She'll need them. Now can I put you on hold for like 10 years? Thanks. Wrong number.
But I don't understand. What's the Department of Climate Change got to do with all this? Shouldn't you be in health right now?
I've just been. And I am in health. I'm in excellent health. Well, the health secretary isn't, as of 5 minutes ago, but he should pull through, which is a bit of a shame. But, you know, I was in the area, figured I should just pop by, take some time out, have an old chat and catch up, and see how we're all chugging along.
Would you maybe like some coffee, Mr. Foster?
Does Mr. Foster look like someone who would want a fucking coffee, Katie? Mr. Foster is the only one with any hope of holding this godforsaken government together, because everyone in it kept lazing round and running for coffee instead of running the bloody country. And now it's all fallen apart, Katie. Now we have to talk damage control and which heads are going on which silver platters. So what the hell are you even doing here? The grown-ups are talking. Just go home, take the day off, paint your nails, and pretend it's all a dream. Drop by my office tomorrow to check if you're still employed. Thanks for the coffee. Now get out.
No, yes, sure, of course, Mr. Foster.
I'm going after her.
No, you're staying right here. There's a special job I want you to do, very important.
No, hang on. Katie is what's important, Cosmo. She's important. She's a human being. Why did you do that?
She was taking up space in my mind that could be used for thinking.
Space in your mind? You utter... Give me the bloody coffee. Give me it. Ah! Christ!
Careful. It's hot. Now listen to me. Please listen. Because I am trying as best as I bloody can to get to the end of the day with all of us still in office and all of us still in charge. Or is that not why you're here? Or are you really going to tell me you still think this job is all about helping people and making the world a better place? Then you've got to wake up! Because everyone else here is trying to survive. We're here to win one day at a time. And if we can make people think we've saved the world along the way, then it's a bonus. But if we can get to the next election without them thinking we've destroyed it, then we're doing a pretty bloody well. You are expendable. Consider yourself lucky that I still care enough to be here. Now, show me how much you care. There's the door.
I just want to keep my job and help people.
Don't we all?
Is that too much to ask?
Sometimes.
Okay. I'm here. What do you want?
It's about your tweet.
I apologized. It was a very traumatic experience for me.
Oh, I know. I saw it. It was traumatic for me too. But the thing is, I'm going to need you to apologize again.
Apologize for what? My apology? Wait, seriously?
As of right now, the official departmental position is that there is no such thing as global warming, so awkward.
But that's not true.
Truths change. I've got you on the World at One in 2 minutes. We are going to phone in. It will be short and surgical. You're going to be great. I believe in you.
So you want me to apologize for my apology? For denying the existence of climate change?
I want to correct public misperception for the greater good of government.
What misperception? The misperception that we actually know what the hell we're doing?
Graham.
Cosmo. I know what my own name is, thank you very much, unless you're about to tell me that that's changed too for the greater good of the government. Look, I know what this is. It's a distraction. It's a controlled explosion. Paper over one scandal with a slightly more favourable scandal.
I am asking you to help your government.
You're driving a big old bus and you want me to just lay myself down, patiently under it. Well, if it's not happening, I won't do it. I resign.
The PM does not accept your resignation.
The PM isn't fucking here.
No, of course he isn't fucking here. He does his fucking in his private apartment. You're working for me now. Believe me, this hurts me more than it hurts you. But if you really want to make a long-term difference, this is the only option you've got. This way we stay in government. This way the country's leadership has the consistency it needs to weather an economic crisis, to rekindle industry and employment, to prevent another wave of COVID. This way you do what you know is best for the people you claim to serve.
By being disgraced as the climate change denying Minister for Climate Change and then getting sacked as publicly as possible by a nervous government.
By a progressive, reforming, self-critical government that cares for the concerns of those young people who are the voting base of the future and makes the hard decisions that people want to see. You'll be advised to resign. The PM will accept your resignation, which I have already written for you. Here it is. Thank you very much, Cosmo. You're a star. You've passed some time on the backbenches, and then you'll be handed another portfolio once everything's blown over. It just won't be this portfolio.
This portfolio? This whole climate department, it's still just a publicity stunt, isn't it? A good joke you can chuck into the media conversation whenever you need to diffuse an awkward moment. Well done. You got me. Ha ha.
I don't want to make this personal, Graham. That's not what I'm about. As anyone can see who isn't as obtuse and ignorant as you are. But quite frankly, you've made this department a joke. But if you don't do this now, then we're all in trouble. So sort yourself out. And don't drop the ball again, yeah? I think that might be for you.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me on the show. Sorry, I just said thanks for having me on the show. You're breaking up. Ha ha ha! That's what I like to say about the Arctic. Always gives all of us here in the department a good laugh. Yeah, but of course it's also obviously a very, very serious problem, and it's a disgrace the way people tend to trivialize it. Yes, funny you should mention Twitter, because actually I just want to clarify some confusion that arose earlier today from interpretations of some of the things in official departmental tweets. Well, can I just say firstly that honesty is a central pillar at the very heart, at the very core of what this department is all about, and I'm very conscious of the importance of showing the fruits of that particular pillar with the real world. That's why I would like to unreservedly apologise for a previous tweet, which may have falsely implied that I had unreservedly apologised for the tweet before that, in which an article was posted endorsing what some would call climate change denial by what some would call a journalist. So, I want to make it very clear now, and this is going to be the very last laugh on the matter. The official departmental position on climate change is that there is no climate change. And that's the bottom line of the barrel. That's all there is to it. Period and full stop. Yes, that's right. The Department of Climate Change Action denies climate change, which you could say is one of the most significant and fearless actions that the Department of Climate Change Action has actioned so far, and we're only one day in, so clearly we'll go on to even better things. Well, part of the confusion is that we don't like to. You can see we're a very, very liberal and an open-minded department, which is why we touch the hearts of so many of the youth of Britain. We've touched many young people around the country. So part of that image is respecting the staff's personal views on debatable topics like climate change. I mean, as we always love to say here in the department, it's just the government, you know. It's not effing Eden. No, that's not intended as an official comment on public school. Yes, I know, most of the government is actually from public schools, yes. Yes, that's right, yes, I know I did go to Eton. Look, what I just said has been taken completely out of context. Well, Eton's a very complex word, isn't it? Which can mean a lot of things for a lot of people, and... Sorry, what? The Lord Coveney inquiry? What is the governmental response to the Lord Coveney inquiry?
Don't go there, Graham.
Well...
Don't go there.
That's a very good question, and we certainly hope to be able to give the world at one a full and comprehensive answer very soon, but just not now. Thank you very much for my time. Goodbye.
All right. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Go away.
I tried. Now, I'm sorry to say that it seems you've just denied the existence of climate change live on national radio, which is not the line taken by the department, by the PM, by the rest of the cabinet, or by any arm of the party. I'm not going to ask for your reasons, and I will do the best I can for you, pinky promise. But I must say, it's a very major thing you've just done, Graham. And I think a lot of people will be expecting you to reconsider your future in the office. So that little letter I gave you, think about it, okay? Bye now.
Is he gone? He's not, gonna jump out at me from under a lampshade or anything?
He's gone.
So, how'd it go, Ministro? Save the world yet? You and Foster get on like a forest on fire, am I right? What's the big secret?
I think I just got myself sacked. I don't think it's that much of a secret.
Oh, yeah, I know the feeling. Sometimes I think I'm going to cause problems just by opening my mouth, right? My girlfriend said that. Well, ex-girlfriend, but, I told her we could still be friends as soon as she dumped me, so I'm pretty sure we're still tight.
No, Leopold. I genuinely think I am about to lose my job. He wrote a letter.
Wait, so you getting sacked is not like a metaphor or anything?
It's not a metaphor.
because sometimes I use metaphors and I don't even know that they're metaphors. Like, I don't know, rolling in the hay, which apparently, in some circles, does not mean what you think it means.
No, I'm quite sure I'm finished. I would say it's been a pleasure to work with you, but let's be honest, I've hardly worked with you at all. When I have, it was hardly pleasurable, but I'm sorry you didn't get more of a chance to show some actual talent. And I'm sorry it had to end like this. Dear God, it's been a bad first day.
Yeah, I've got so much to tell my mum later.
I just wanted to do the right thing. Is that the wrong thing? That's all I ever want to do. Just the right thing. That's why I'm in politics. That's why I skip breakfast. To do the right thing. But what does that even mean, you know?
Not really, but hey, come on. Happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts.
I haven't even had my coffee yet.
Happy thought time. Come on, Big G.
Don't call me Big G. That does not give me happy thoughts. It gives me very unhappy thoughts indeed.
What cheers you up, Big G? What makes you happy?
Well, ducks, children. Not in a weird way. They're just sort of inherently comical. I don't know. Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah, cool. We can work with that. It's Christmas. Okay, imagine it's Christmas.
But it's not Christmas. It's March.
Whatever. Just like use your imagination. God, come on.
No, I really don't like this.
Just get into that, like, festive spirit, all right? Come on, mate, come on. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Come on, you can't just stand there. That's not how Christmas works.
This is a rubbish Christmas.
It's supposed to be a team effort, Graham, okay? I'm not seeing your commitment. You're a minister, for Christ's sake.
Was a minister.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. Honestly, Graham, it's a lyrical masterpiece.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. There.
Just try to sing once more with feeling. Come on. You know you want to.
No, I really don't.
Yeah, but like, you do though. Come on. Don't leave me hanging, Big G.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
Higher, mate, higher.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Cause my foster is a jolly. Fa la 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 la. Okay, great. I think that's enough for now.
Reprise. Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
Just stop.
Yep, sure. Okay. Wizard.
Good.
Bet you feel better now though, don't you?
I think I want to die.
That's not very Christmassy of you.
Congratulations! You're not getting sacked.
Cosmo?
What? Oh God, he decided to put the filing cabinet up my arse instead.
Sorry. You are getting sacked. Eventually. Just not yet. Sorry. Have to take this. Foster here. Hey, no. He didn't consult me. This was not me. Don't you go saying this was me, okay? Fix it!
What's going on?
PM's gone.
Gone?
Gone. Bailed out. Resigned. I was too late. Sorry, hang on. Have to take this. Foster here. I don't care if you've got a problem with it, okay? I wouldn't care if he was the most important person in government since me. You've got to stop him talking to the papers. I just want it done. No, excuse me, I'm on your side here, right? That's why I'm politely asking you to do your goddamn job as only a friend can. Now, fix it!
Jesus, it's the inquiry report, isn't it? The PM knew about the inquiry report getting leaked.
The PM wants to spend more time with his family.
Which one?
So I'm still climate minister?
Just until we find a new PM and they reshuffle the cabinet, which, by the way, I will personally guarantee you won't be a part of. Sorry,
You have to
take
take
this.
this.
Oh, you think you're so funny, don't you? Foster here. This had better be good. Oh, now you tell me you know something.
Listen, Cosmo.
Look, why am I the last person to know about this? Do you know who I am? Do you know... He hung up on me. He hung up. Does he know who I am?
Cosmo, am I right in thinking I just get on with what I was doing for now, or...
You don't matter, Graham, right? None of this matters. You have ceased to bloody exist. Just shut up and do whatever you want, okay? This is palliative care, yeah? You will be hearing from me.
I think you should take that.
Shut up. Foster here. Who's running? Farnaby's running. And how exactly does he plan to run if his legs are at the bottom of the English Channel? Ask him that.
You saw that too, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So basically, circumstances have changed. Everyone, we've got to get straight down to work. The Prime Minister has...
He's resigned, yeah, we know.
Oh.
My thoughts exactly.
So basically you knew all that already?
Seems like it, yeah.
Oh. Who told you?
Cosmo.
Oh. Okay.
Bye.
Can I go home now?
Sure. Why not?
Because there just doesn't seem much point in,
No, not really.
like it's all gone a bit.
Yes, quite.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just start again tomorrow.
Cool.
Wizard.
Did you just say wizard?
Please leave, Leon.
OMG, you remembered my name.
Get out.
Yes, sir.
Right. Daily Mirror, page 10.
Coffee, Minister.
Katie,
Hi.
you're still here? I thought Cosmo...
Yes. No, you still hadn't had your coffee, and I thought, I mean, I know how important that is to you and to your work, so I thought I should... So, yes, I just sort of waited for an opportune moment, which I suppose none of them ever are, but anyway, there is.
Thank you. God, sorry, sit down, Katie. Your feet must be killing you, what with all the, coffee.
No, it's fine.
You sure?
No, honestly, I'm fine.
Okay. That's fine. I think I've gone off coffee, actually.
Oh, sorry, I can go get another one if...
No, I don't think I want it. All the fun's gone out of it now. No point.
I see.
So the PM's resigned?
Yes, Leon looked very happy, so I sort of guessed. Are you still...
Minister. Sort of. No. Well, yes. Well, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Right.
I sacked myself. Then I got unsacked, but I think that's just because I'm going to be even more sacked in the near future. Do you know, I've never fully understood what's been going on since I got here.
It's very surprising that you should say that, Minister. Would you like to maybe talk about it a bit?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Never.
Yes, Minister.
What's that?
What's what?
That, the notebook.
Oh, this? No, it's nothing.
It looks like something.
Yes, but really it isn't.
You've been carrying it around with you all day.
It's just... thoughts.
Thoughts, yes. I had some of those once. Well, what sort of thoughts?
Oh, mainly just silly ones. It doesn't matter.
It might as well matter as much as anything else right now. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to...
Yes, no, yeah, it's all right. They're for the collection.
The short story collection? Or whatever it was you were talking about earlier?
The short story collection, yes, but it's no good, really. They're all just a bit ridiculous.
You know, I'd quite like to read something a bit ridiculous sometime.
Really?
Other than news and daily briefings, I mean.
Okay.
But only if you're, happy to,
Okay.
Because I wouldn't want you to think...
Yes, of course, yes.
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 Great. Cosmo wrote me my own resignation letter.
Is it any good?
Well, he spelled resign wrong for most of it.
Really? What did he have instead?
Re-sing.
Re-sing.
I have made the difficult decision to re-sing as minister.
Maybe it's something subliminal. Maybe it's his secret love of Broadway shining through.
Cosmo Foster. Press secretary by day, musical theatre star by night.
Oh, he's got to find some way to vent all of those pent-up emotions from a day at work. God knows he keeps them very repressed in here.
Oh,
It's not that funny.
no, not at all. Oh. Did you happen to have any idea what time it is?
About 1:30, Minister.
1:30. Would 1:30 be a terribly scandalous time to have breakfast?
It's unconventional, Minister, but I don't believe there are any laws against it.
That's good enough for me. Yes, I think I'll go and get some breakfast. Would you like to go for breakfast, Katie?
That sounds like it might be nice.
It does, rather, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes. I think it's going to be a very good breakfast.
This has been an ADC Online production. In Denial, starring Isaac Allen as the Right Honourable Graham Barnett, Anna Freeman as Katie Campbell, Emily Macpherson-Smith as Helen Griffiths, Kian Morey as Leon Preston, and Alexander Tsang as Cosmo Foster. In Denial was written by Kian Morey and produced by Kat Salvini, with direction from Ines de Larinaga, assisted by Jacqueline Drew. The audio was edited by Jeremy Zolnai-Lucas, with Jacob Baldwin as his assistant and Ella Fitt and Kat Salvini as his shadows. The publicity was designed by Letizia Makulan. If you enjoyed this show, then don't forget to check the ADC Theatre homepage at adctheatre.com for details of other ADC Online shows that you might enjoy.